Hello. KJ Coconut 30. Marks 38 for Garrett. Black Cherry 28 for BH. That DPCS, I'm assuming, is Dr. Pepper Cream Soda 35 for BMC. Chris H, Mountain Dew 039. Silverman Peach 33. Jim Thompson, Dr. Pepper Cherry 36. Brian R, Cream Soda 38. Mark, Dr. Pepper Cream Soda 36. Smoker, Dr. Pepper Cream Soda 38. Run down the list here real quick. We got VMC, KJ, Garrett, Jim Thompson. Let's see, BH. You can see VMC put the new emojis that you get as a member. Chris H, Silverman, Brian, Mark, New Marshall, 7-Up Tropical 40, Captain Vic, welcome, Pepsi 041, Yenny, Black Cherry Fresca 38, and Jim Thompson has become a member, thank you. Gatita Mountain Dew 037. So I picked up my coins yesterday, and the one bank, hey Jimmy, the bank had 4 boxes. They were all brand new 2025s. Bella was welcome, Mountain Dew 038. So, like the last 5, I'll list those on eBay, see if I can sell them again. The other bank had 4 boxes of halves that were circulated. I'll probably open one of those after the stream tonight because I dropped it and it busted completely open. Jimmy says Fresca Peach 35. I did post a members only post of a find the bank had. Michael Martin, welcome. I'll probably show it here in a bit, but yeah. And in Utah, you only need the rear license plate, Mountain Dew 039 for Queen Cody. Welcome. So the front, I was like, do I take the whole bracket thing off or Michael Martin Mountain Dew Zero? I decided to put that. I had a custom license plate made. So that will be on my front of my car. Kind of cool. Did you have a year, Michael? I saw the Mountain Dew Zero, but because I was just going to take the bracket. Well, my mom said, why don't you take the bracket off? And so I was like, let me see about making it plate. That's what I did. 1940. Awesome. So I just had my logo in the middle with a YouTube on each side, and that's all I need. They used to have front and back, but they changed it, I don't know, a couple years ago, I guess. And so when my other car literally died, it only had 128,000 miles on it, and it threw a rod. So I bought this one and registered it, and they send one plate. And the sticker has the expiration year and month all on one sticker now instead of two separate ones. So there you go. Hey, Michael Rose, welcome. Awesome. Thank you, Gatita. Gatita has become a member. I rolled those out a couple days ago. I need to go on here. There we go. Clear out the tips from the other night. So I can also do super chats and stuff now. BH Ringer, well, thank you. Tim Ivans, Pepsi Cherry 038. If you want to guess a year, if you haven't, right now I have drinks and years from Bellows, BH, Captain Vic, Chris Helms, Queen Cody, Garrett C., Gatita, Jim Thompson, Jimmy Licari, KJ, Michael Martin, New Marshall, Silverman, Smoker, Tim Ivans, VMC, Yenny, Mark, and Brian. So if you didn't hear your name, I didn't get your year or drink. And if you're new, I'm sure there's some people passing through, but these are all the drinks I have in my fridge, cold, and I have one out already. And if you get it right, you get your name on a wheel of names from throughout the night. Captain Vic says Pepsi 041. Yep, had you down. Michael Rose, Fiesta Orange 041. Chip Thompson donated a membership. Scott C, 48, 7-Up Tropical Zero. Okay. Writing that down. Jolly Roger, welcome. Pepsi 040. Got you. KJ received a membership. All right, now I think I can now get 2 more because you only get so many things like BH put up, and I think if I had 2 more, I get 2 more there. I can have 6 of them now, I think. So I'll have to find a couple more and add on. Anybody else want to get any drinks or years? I do have it on live chat, so I remembered that. And if you are new again, these are the drinks. You get a guess which one you think I have. If you get it right, you get your name on a wheel of names from throughout the night. And at the end of the night, I spin that wheel, and you get a 1-ounce copper round if you are the lucky winner. And you also get to guess the year. So the oldest year in the box, whoever's the closest, gets their name on the wheel also. And same thing, so all those names go on one wheel. So you can win a regular GAW, like a 25 like. I only see 16 right now with 26 people watching, so got a few people that haven't hit that like button. Yeah, you're welcome, Jolly Roger. I was going to say Jolly Ridger, but that's not right. Bellows, thank you for subscribing. Anything that I get off of memberships and stuff, of course, YouTube takes 30%, but the remainder is all going to go back in the channel, like for shipping and things like that. So, it doesn't go in my pocket. Although it goes in my bank account, which then turns around and gets used for shipping. So, Jolly Rancher. Nope, you're good. We still have more viewers than likes. So we get to 25 likes, 50 likes, hopefully a 75 like tonight. Maybe, we'll see. We'll do maybe extra giveaway or something like that. Wasn't a subscriber. Well, considering it's only been out for 2 days. So, and VMC was the first one, my first subscriber. Boss Bear Time subscribed, and he said he remembered his first subscriber, which was me. And so I was his first subscriber on the channel. That was fun to see him do that. He's not streaming back yet with having his mom pass and funeral and everything. And then he's going to be going to Mexico for their annual excursion. So he'll be going through in a wheelchair and then a knee scooter because he had injured his foot. So for right now, he is not back to streaming. And just to let you guys know that, for the members, we have 3 different levels. We have the 99-cent, $2.99, and the $4.99. The 99-cent level, I will send you a sticker. And with the $4.99 level, you get both the sticker and one of my new magnets. So that's the dual on that. So I'll have to go through and make sure I get you guys one. Some of them I'm sure I've already sent stickers to, but I'll send you another one. So it's one of those little extra perks. Dr. Pepper cream soda. Okay. So say if we have a year, you're welcome to put that in. If you haven't got in your drink, do that now. Hopefully we'll have another good box. That was a great box for VMC. And Dr. Pepper coconut. Alrighty. And 34. That was crafty. 34. Dr. Pepper coconut. Hey, Coin Hunts, Texas. 34 and Dr. Pepper coconut. Awesome. And hey, William E's box tonight, and he is guessing Sprite 042. William has the next two hunts. I think I've got William E tonight and then Monday. And then I have two more after that. And then I think two more. Anyway, I'm already booked out to the 19th. Luckily, I was able to pick up a few extra nickel boxes, so I didn't have enough for anybody that had already paid for them. And now I do. So if you've paid for one, you've already got a guaranteed box. See if we get one more like. I think we're at 24, it shows on mine, but usually I'm a little behind. But we'll get the 25 likes going while I open the drink. There was no 99-cent membership? That was weird. Let me go in and look at that then. Because I'd set it up for 99. I don't think it'll let me yet, but Apple is $1.49. Oh. You see 25? Sweet. All right. Well, there's your, yeah, I was going to say, on mine I show 49 cents, or 99 cents, so it must be an Apple thing. So there is your 25 like giveaway. So exclamation GAW. I was gonna say, and I'm on Android, so I always see the 99-cent thing. That's why I think a lot of times, like on Super Chats, like on Android, it'll be like $5, and I'm on PC and it's $4.99. Well, there is a $4.99 level because I set it up with 99 cent, a $2.99, and a $4.99. You can have up to 6 levels. I figured I'd only start with the 3 and don't want to get way ahead of myself. That's weird. Just looking and seeing if where it's at. That's weird. I just got to remember how to go in and check those levels. Seven Up Shirley Temple 26. Welcome 74. Yeah, because see, I have it set up with a 99, a 2.99, and a 4.99. So, not sure why it's not showing up for people, but there you go. Yeah, as I say, Google owns YouTube and is also Android. So, and I'm going to resume entries because I was looking at stuff. Maybe because you're Canadian? Yeah, don't know. Yeah, $1.49, $3.99, and $6.99. That is, yeah, I must be if you're an Apple, they charge different. I have no idea. And of course, with Canadian, it could be the exchange rate too. So, all right, I think I had everybody. I'm going to do the drink, and we had one person, Jim Thompson, Dr. Pepper Cherry Zero, Canadian discrimination. Yes. Chug, chug, chug. All right. I think everybody should have had enough time to get in. Looks like we got 28 people entered right now. 30 watching, it says, so... Aha. I knew Apple was different because, like on Super Chats, like I said, I can put a $5, but someone else, it'll show up as $4.99 or whatever. And the 99-cent thing is an Apple. So, for like Super Chats and stickers. All right. 28 people in, and we're going to close entries and pick a winner. Gatita. So you are still eligible to win on the wheel tonight. If we do some other milestone or something, you can always be entered in on that one also. So there you go. Kaboom. Hey, Coin Hunts is becoming members. Sweet. Hey, Lisa Anderson. Lyle. Oh, that was a nice crack. And I did the 99 cent because, you know, a lot of people want to support. They may not have a lot of money, or they want to gift some memberships or stuff like that. So sometimes I'll be a member on a lot of different channels and do the low one just to kind of help out, because I can't give the highest tier to everybody. No buffalo enders on this end, at least. Welcome to supporter. Like I said, anything I get, I do put back into the channel, mostly as shipping. That is probably my biggest expense. So all that will help out greatly. Thank you, Gatita. Hey, we got a 63 Philly. That's a good start. We can check for triple die reverse. As usual, we'll go through those at the end of the night. Yeah, VMC had a great box. It started off slow and then ended up taking off. William E, do you need any 2025s? Because I know some people can't find them, but if you need them, I do pull. I only find D's pretty much, but if you do need a 25, let me know. So like I said, I do find them, but usually it's only Denver's. And on some of the hunts, I know that people have already said yes or no or whatever, and I found it for them and things like that. So I know I haven't hunted. I guess I've hunted for you once earlier. I think that was back in like December. If they're nice. All right. You have games and everything that you can play. If you are new and you subscribe, you get instant points. You don't have to wait to be given them by the system, because it takes about 5 minutes or so to get them. Have a scope, but I have a magnifying. Before I had a scope, I would use my zoom on my camera, which works out decent. And then I got the scope I'm using is, like I said, a hand-me-down. So silver was at about $78 last time I looked today. It dropped, I think, 10-12%, something like that. 16, man, it's gone down even more. That's crazy. 64 Denver. Yeah, I don't have a loop. I was going to get one once, and then, like I said, I got the hand-me-down and ended up not needing to get a loop. Yeah, a lot of it are people that were in it to you know, speculation and stuff, and they were just taking their profits and running, and then, you know, everything kind of combines. I saw one of the posts that Rob had done, and he explained it pretty good. But it kind of hits kind of double whammies there, where people are taking the profits and running, and then other ones are needing it for, you know, industrial and stuff like that. So sometimes it's a combination of things. That's why silver is so much of a swing compared to gold. I was doing something in one of the AIs. It was saying that silver was 21 or something, or yeah, like $21. And I was like, I don't know where you're getting your information, but just a couple of weeks ago it was 115, and today it's currently at 70. I think at that time 78. And it was like, oh yeah, you're right. I don't know why I'm giving you wrong information. And it was trying to tell me that I was thinking of platinum, and it's like, I'm not thinking about platinum. And then there are people that are in it to, you know, try to make it go up or down so they can jump in and out and make the profit quick. But we'll see. The whatchamacallit brothers tried that in the 80s, and that didn't work. I don't know what copper and stuff had done, but I know at one point it was like $6 a pound, and it'd just be nice to see some of these copper rounds go down in price, because like I said, I went to buy some and I'm lucky if I can find them under $4. This the beverage. It was Dr. Pepper Cherry Zero. Hunt Brother, yeah. I always forget the name of it until I'm like, oh yeah, okay. I'll unwrap this one and then we'll flip it. Should have plenty of time to get a number in by now. No Mountain Dew Zero. Not tonight. It is a 53. Get that on the board. and go to the wheel. $53. Let's see. Where's the start? There we go. Got 56. Oh, 54. I see some 54s. Charlie, Captivate, Gatita. And I had factored in like what the like if you take the inflation and what it would be, and it was like something like $150 an ounce in today's money, and it was like, for a while there I was wondering if we were going to go up and end up hitting the same with inflation amount. But I think the highest I saw was like 215 or 115 that it got up to. Found a proof for VMC Monday. We haven't found one of those for a while. That was awesome. Hopefully it's the same sort of thing, because that first row didn't have many finds for VMC, and then the last 2/3 of the box was on fire, so hopefully it'll be the same. But you never know. Oh. $20.24. That was a nice 2024 too. Yeah, I'd like to see copper go back down so I could get more of them and at a decent price, but I'm lucky if I can find them with tax and shipping at 3.5. So I haven't been replenishing any lately. I did buy some right before it jumped up again, so I got them for about $2.50 each. That way I can be able to sell them for $3, because I don't sell them to make a ton of money. I mostly sell them to pass it on to you guys for ones that want some rounds. Still have quite a few 5-ouncers, so I haven't really been looking at those. Tatanka. Well, what's funny is I'd sent those 2 boxes on the 15th, went to Vegas, finally on the 19th it scanned, and then it sat there and sat there and sat there, and then the 23rd it was just saying, you know, en route to next facility or whatever, arriving late. Well, it finally updated today. It's now in Portland, and it was in Las Vegas for over a week. It's like, come on. Not only was it a priority mail, but you guys sat on it for over a week. Yeah, and it's even worse here. It drives me crazy. That's why it's like, if I have a big heavy one, do I try that again, or do I just go with like UPS or something? But the problem is we don't have a UPS or FedEx. There is a drop-off, but it's like, I don't know if I want to leave a box of heavy coins just sitting there, because it won't fit through the slot. Yeah. Well, they lost a $6.9 billion contract with Amazon. So, of course, but it does take extra time just to get here, and I don't know if it's because we are rural. It's almost like a British person there having a problem saying rural. It's funny when they try to pronounce it, they're like rural. We'll finish up the guesses and then flip it. $59. Another from the 50s. Still take it. And let's see who had it. Got 58s. I think 58s took it. Marshall, KJ, VMC, Jim Thompson. Cool. Sorry. Yep. I got New Marshall, KJ, VMC, and Jim Thompson for that last guess. Thank you to those who find them for me. I forgot to change the W and V on the slot, so if you only see two symbols, there is a letter. I just gotta find something to replace it, but yeah, well. I was beginning to wonder Monday if the health meters, basically it is like a stream boss. So like if you, like the memberships take it down, super chats and stuff take it down, and then whoever finally takes it down to 0 becomes stream boss, and they get to stay up there. I haven't seen them on streams for a while, and it's an option. I was like, we'll try it. Is the Philly 2024 the error? I'm not sure. I just pull out. I know the 24 Denvers are the lower mintage out of the two, if I remember right. Yeah, so whenever you, on the Stream Boss thing, whenever you get like memberships, super chats, super stickers, all that, it just takes it down, and there's some that like to try to become the Stream Boss, and I think mine lowers it down like like 1 point per penny type thing. I'm not exactly sure, I can't remember, but it's whatever was set up when I did it, like automatically. Still have the usual commands. I hope I added the member link correctly. So if you do exclamation member, that throws the member link. Hey, Jim Thompson sent someone to be a member. Guess someone will have to click on it and let me know if it actually takes it to the right spot. Crafty got the membership. Nice. And even if it shows different amounts, just like I said, I set them up at 99, 299, and 499. It doesn't matter on even if it was more or whatever for you. Sweet. Because I have the 3 levels. Supporter, Searcher, and Hunter. Supporter is 99 cents. The Searcher, the $2.99, gets a sticker. I send them one of those. Even if you got one, I'll just still send one to you. And then the Hunter level also gets you one of my new magnets. So Searcher is the sticker, Hunter is both. So just picked me up a few of the magnets, which is nice. And I know some of them that are like the Hunter level, already have sticker and stuff, but like I said, I'll still send one. So there is the super chat option, but you can still use the tip option also. Tip option only takes like 3% or something, but the either way is still absolutely wonderful. Like I said, everything is basically goes to the majority of its shipping. Ooh. I'll give you about 15 seconds to get a guess in, because we've got another one you'll definitely want to guess on. Pretty worn out, yeah? I'll let Yanni and Michael in, and Crafty. 1940. So we'll see who won that. But do you see what I see? Brian, KJ, and VMC. Alrighty. I assume it's Brian R. That's who it usually is, but yeah, see, Bella's got to test out, and 74 tested out the new whatchamacallums. No, that's good. I was gonna say, I know it's usually that, but there's a few with same names. Like there's a few Mikes, there's a few Brians that have been in here, a few Garretts. What it's good for? Absolutely nothing. Yeah, I made it up so it said war instead of the Monticello with a letter, because it's like a P, a D, or an S, but yeah. 44 out of Philly. Hmm, 44s. Who got? I know I saw a few. Crafty, Bellows, 74. Garrett C. I think at the very top I saw a few that had guessed like a 48 or something, and if I would have noticed it, I would have let you know that was no way could be wrong, but yeah. Usually if it comes in right as I'm turning it and stuff, I still let people in because I know that it's a little bit of a lag for some people. Yeah. Now you just need to find a buffalo and a V-nickel. Because if you do, you then get the nickel bounty. It's hard to tell on this, but you can see the shield there a little bit. And you can see the 5 and the stars. It's one of those things that's like, I want to give it away. I want to see someone hit that trifecta. Because I have never hit it. I came close. I had a V and a buffalo. I just never found the war nickel in that box I was searching. That was my very first box I searched. I found that. Put the smoker in there. 52. It's a pretty nice shape too. All right, let's see who would have got it. 52. I got a 54. So I'm just seeing 54, so must be jolly. Yeah, I knew it was going to throw some people off because it was so nice. And I'm like, most people are probably going to guess, 58, something like that. That's why you never know for some of these coins. When you find them, they're in great shape and they're old. Other ones you find horrible shape and they're newer. Looks like an older, oh, I'm kind of out of focus, sorry. But that's okay. It's because I can put that back up. And William, did you want that one flipped up, or does it matter to you? Because if you want it flipped up, I'll flip it. Just let me know. Yeah, for the condition it is, it's quite nice. So I'll flip it for you. Yeah, it's just a 52, but still. Most 50s stuff you find is not that nice. I don't even see any major scratches on it or anything. I generally flip nice ones because I don't like albums. Yeah. $47. Yeah. That's why I was like, wow, nice. Let's see, 47. Did we get anybody with 47? We got 40 or 50. Michael got a 48. I think it's Michael. Michael M. Days of 47. I don't know. It does big on the 24th of July. But it might have been 47 when they got here. Did get the colorized. Don't try it on me. Can't remember if I told you it's such a gorgeous copper round. I don't know. Can't remember. If you did, thank you again. If you didn't, thank you for letting me know. Since I think I am out of those now. I'm out of a few of them. Hey, Otis, welcome. Yeah, that one was, that I flipped. It was, like I said, I didn't see any, like, even scratching on it. But yeah. Doesn't want to focus right there, but. Definitely a good one. I want the copper 5-ounce I chose, but you can give my box hunt away in a GAW Monday. Okay. Any particular rules or anything, let me know. Because if someone's giving it away and they wanted a GAW, it can be like if you want to do like a wheel spin, or if you want to do just a entry, kind of like a 25 like, but just do a giveaway at the beginning of the stream. Or okay, I'll probably do a William says give it to me. I'll probably just do it kind of like a 25 like or something, but at the beginning of the stream, and then that way people who were in here have the chance to win it. I had given a box away on B. Waller's channel, and can't remember who won it. They said, give it to Gatita. So, give it to Gatita. Remy, yes. It's unbecoming to beg, and besides, he said, give it to me. I've had a few people give their box and stuff away. I think Michael Erickson did that one night. It was like the end of the night, and he just said, give it away. I won't be able to make it, but I will see the results post, so good luck. Okay. And William chose the 5-ounce copper option. So I already set those off to the side, but I can grab them and double check those are the ones you want. I think I pulled them out as soon as it went through, so hopefully I pulled the right ones. Aww. Silver War nickels twice now. Well, I'll tell you what. If the box hits a trifecta, the one that you give away, I'll also give you something. some of the stuff I bought, and you know, they were coal, so they could be damaged or something like that, worn down. But it was one of those that I wanted stuff for my collection, so that's why I got the 2-cent coins also. Roll 20. Less than 4. Yeah, I was going to say, I'm getting low on my war nickels. I'm like at half a tube or something. And I went to look at getting some more, and then all of a sudden silver started shooting up, and I'm like, yeah, no. Not yet. Not in that big of a need yet. Because I was going to buy some, they were going to be about $2, which was as it was going up. But then it was like 4, and then 5, and it was like, crap. But the hunts I've done lately, I did a 5 copper rounds. I did some 5-ouncer copper rounds. I've done just some no frills. Been quite a few 64s, but not many Ds. So for the members, I posted a members only post this morning of something that my bank asked me about, and I bought it from them. About the only ones I ever had were ones I had found in a box and stuff. And when I started doing the nickel packs and stuff, I was like, I'm going to need to get more because I just don't have many. So that's when I bought a bunch of them. That's why I also bought the AU war nickels. Those were not cheap. I think those at the time cost me $8 each or something. Because I had to buy buffaloes because I didn't have many of those. And I bought V nickels. And I bought the war nickels. I bought Indian head cents. So I had found some, but just not a ton, not enough for if I was going to start doing them as nickel packs. So then I also had to buy steel cent because I only had a handful, and I try to do a PD and S. You don't find as many S's, but I've been finding enough to at least been able to do a few. Yeah. And the you are way behind, Chris. I bought a few. Hey, resin, welcome. Thank you. This is the one that I had bought from BH. And then I bought these ones because I found the 07S Clad Proof 70 Ultra Cameo Wyoming and the Proof 69 Silver. And then I found the Utah Proof 70 Ultra Cameo S Clad and the Proof 69 Ultra Cameo Utah. So Wyoming Clad Proof 70 Ultra Cameo is worth more than probably 95% of the other ones of that, you know, the state, you know, being a 70S, that sort of thing. That one, if it was PCGS, I think it was like 170 or something. Not that you'd sell it for that, but most of them are like 30 or whatever. But the Clad Wyoming, and there was another one that was Clad Proof 70 Ultra Cameo that was the same sort of way. There was only 2 or 3 states that were that way. I don't know why. And I'll tweak the perks and things like that, but like on videos, if I post videos again, I'll probably post them kind of like a members only, and then a week later move it to public. But I haven't posted any for a while. I have a ton that I need to still finish editing, but all my boxes I've been searching now have been live, so yeah. And it's one of those things that if because you can have 6 levels, and if you say you want to get rid of one of the levels, the only way to do it is if there are no active members in that level. So you can't change a price or anything like that unless there's no one in that level. That's the only way you can do it. 1955, but hopefully you noticed that it is not the Philly. 55 Philly is the semi-key date. Let's get that on the board. I don't have to roll my coins. I can just dump them in a coin machine at the bank. It's like a big Coinstar one, non-branded, green. It's just gray. Doesn't have Coinstar anywhere on it, but it's owned by Coinstar. Lots of 54s. Let's see what we got. Was it any 55s? Got 54, 54, 54, 54, 54, 54. Yeah, lots of 54s. All right. I guess we'll put all the 54s on. Good job for everybody. Let's see who we got. 54, we had BH, Jolly, KJ, Gatita, yeah. Help if I type names correctly. We got VMC, Jim Thompson, so BH, Jolly, KJ, Gatita, VMC, and Jim Thompson. And hopefully I didn't miss anybody. Oh, Silverman, 56. Yes, that would work too. Thank you for noticing that one. And Michael Martin. Thank you for noticing those guys also. That Wyoming Proof 70 Ultra Cameo, of course, is a top pop. Yeah, I put Silverman on. Yeah. Thank you, VMC. That's gotta find something it can actually focus on. Don't know why it's being blurry. There we go. Proof Ultra Cameo. It's worth more than the silver one that's graded. Because that Clad Proof Cameo Ultra 70 is worth more than the Proof 69 silver Ultra Cameo. Yeah, it's a great one. Like I said, I found that and it was like, I can't pass it up because I found I saw the Wyoming one, and it was the set of Wyoming, and then he had sets of all kinds of other ones. But I also was like, I'll get Utah too, since I live there. And I got all 4 of them for $60. And just the value alone on the Wyoming Proof 70 Ultra Cameo Clad one, the value on that one is worth more than all of them put together. But like I said, it's one of those, a lot of it's subjective, you know, because what NGC or PCGS or anything like that says isn't mean that's what you're going to get. Especially when you see, like, if you see recent solds, just like when people go on, you know, eBay and say, oh, this is selling for $1,000. No, it's not selling for $1,000. It's listed for $1,000. If you go to the sold items, it's sold for, you know, $27. You can list it for anything you want on eBay. But just because it's listed at that doesn't mean it's worth that. So that's why if anybody ever says, oh, it's, you know, whatever on eBay, it's like, no. That's my brother. Yep. Thanatos the Third. Like, not just a coin brother, but literal brother. He's my older brother. There's your guesses you can get. We'll see if anybody gets it. He came down last weekend and was up in Salt Lake for work. So he came down for the weekend, and that's when we went to the, when I was telling you about the belly of the dragon, but it's, we joke it's the butthole of the dragon. Because it looks kind of like a colonoscopy picture. My little brother got one that is like perfectly looks exactly like one. Quite a few good guesses in there. $58. I know I saw at least Gatita with one. You got dimes, like to open? No. In my collection? Yes. Graded? No. And Mr. Brother, I'm going to give you points, so if you want to gamble, you can. Exclamation games is all the different games that are offered. See you, Michael. Thanks for coming. Appreciate everybody that stops in and says hi and hits like. And only at 35, so we'll see if we actually hit 50. It's been a few nights that has come very close to not hitting it. And just like Silverman, you can do exclamation me and it will post your channel so you can get subscribers if you're looking for that. I've got to set up the like an intro thing so, you know, like 5 minutes before and after and stuff, it rolls credits and puts my members and that sort of thing. So I was like, I need to start doing that now that I have people to actually do it for. And then that way it I don't know about, you know, playing music or anything. It's like, I guess I'd have to find one that you can do for free and stuff, but gotten 11 new members tonight. Thank you for all those. I knew the first little bit it was going to be like that. But all that helps go to pay for all the shipping. I didn't send Mondays out yet because I thought, well, maybe someone will win a Thursday one. And then I can just combine them together and it saves on shipping. Like it only cost me like 30 cents more, actually 29 cents, I think, to send 2 in one envelope compared to 1. So I think that's what I'm going to start doing is just send them out like, yep. I was approved for memberships Wednesday morning at like, I happened to be awake at like 1 o'clock and I checked and it said that I had over 3,000 watched hours, so I submitted for it, and it says that it can take up to a month to do all the verification stuff, and mine came back about, I think it was about 1 o'clock that afternoon, so about 12 hours, and then I submitted for the memberships, and that says it could take up to 24 hours, and it came back in a few. Because you put down like what your memberships, they look at your stuff and make sure it's, you know, something that you can actually do, because there are rules against some things that you can't do. So that's what I posted a link or a oh, thank you. Let's get it focused again. There we go. "30 rolls are done, 20 more to go." And that's like I always say, is I always double check every once in a while and just make sure I'm subbed. YouTube, you know, people say that, well, YouTube says that they don't, thank you, Smoker. They don't do that. But I know for a fact I have been unsubscribed from channels, and I didn't unsubscribe from them. It was like the system. Hey, Isaiah. It's like the system or something did it. And there's people that have been subbed to me before, and then, you know, they were like, I hadn't seen anything for a while, and I found out it was unsubbed. Just like if a lot of people join, you know, become a subscriber, like a 20 or 30 in one stream, sometimes you'll see people call it YouTube tax, that all of a sudden a bunch of those disappear. And maybe it's because people are making, you know, fake accounts or something, I don't know, but I have had like people disappear, but that's because YouTube either banned their account or something like that, and so anything that was subbed by them becomes unsub if they get their account purged, shut down, whatever. That happened with Paw's channel. I had subscribed to him. He was, I don't know, not very many. It was, I think, about less than 100. And then I hadn't seen anything for a while, and I came across it again, and I was like, hey, I thought I was subscribed to this guy. And so I resubscribed, and it's like on the posts, if Pa does a post, I do not get notified or anything. I have to go and actually go to the channel to see if there are any posts. No idea why, but like it'll do, you know, if there's a short, if there's a you know, video, anything like that. But if it's a regular post, it will not show up in my anything, which is kind of irritating. So I had gone on there and saw a post. It was like from a week ago, and he had been doing funeral stuff and things like that. Yeah, sometimes, you know, people unsubscribe by accident. I went through one time, I had a bunch of stuff from when my kids were younger for channels, and I went through and unsubscribed from probably 100 channels that were like for little kids from when they were little, because I would work at night in the ER, well, the evenings, so I would stay home with kids during the day, and then when their step-siblings got home, I would then go to work. So that was nice being able to not be a stay-at-home dad, but stay at home with them during the day. And it worked out great at that time. And then they got older and, were in school, and then I changed my positions and went up front into the accounting when that position opened. So then I went back to normal days, but by that time they were in school again, and I didn't need to stay at home all day. So didn't have to have a babysitter and stuff, daycare, things like that. So I felt lucky to do that, because not many parents, let alone dads, can be at home with your kids all day. And then it was also during the pandemic. When, they were like kindergarten or whatever, but the other one was like a preschool. She'd go to that class. She loved the teacher. She'd love to go there and things like that. So I would help her make treats, like if it was the day that she had to take treats. Boom. Some of you can use your new emojis. Buffalo! There you go, BH and resin. Bellows. That one just kind of popped out without me even seeing it. I was gonna say, I don't think I've seen anybody guess a year that you can't do it, but it would have to be between 1913 and 1938. And that's pretty decent shape, but you can see the majority of the not majority, but you can see part of the horn and part of the tail and all that sort of thing. Not as nice as this one, though. Yeah, I saw you put 13 to 18. I'm like, well, it's not the nicest one we found. There was one that we found. It was a full horn and everything. It was like, man. I think that was AG that I found that one for. All right. It is dated. I double checked before I turned it over. Almost the last year. But it is a 37, no mint mark. I'm sure we had a few. 37. Got Gatita. We got Otis. Welcome. You snuck in, I guess. My brother was off by 1. Captain Vic. There you go. Found a buffalo. We found a war. Now we just need to find that pesky V nickel. And you get that nickel bounty. Like I said, it's not the best. But let's see if it does it under the scope better. Not really. Yeah. Part of it's the plastic, but the other part is it's just not able to see it. But you can see the shield at least. And you can see the 5, and at that angle you can see the stars. Let's see if we can do it. Even in coal condition like that, obviously, still worth like $5. Like if you go to Atmex and stuff, you can get cold ones for I think $5 minimum. Same with eBay. But for some people, they don't even have that in their collection, so. Hey, JC. Welcome. Yes, we just need that V-nickel. We've got 14 rolls. The only one I've ever found was my very, very first box opened. I found the V in a buffalo, but no war. When you hear from Canada, it's just north of Minnesota. Minnesota. I'm not good at that accent. Thank you, Resin. Come on, Fiddy. I have found a 1950D before. I do have a 50 dBu that I had bought from Pa when he was selling them at one point. But I've found, I think, one or else two. Not a ton. I have found key dates and semi-key dates. I did find the, like I said, 50D. Cool. Well, thank you for stopping in and being here. Lots of great people that come through. I do look for the 75D, a high D, but never found one. Probably never will. But you never know, because I found a 65 quarter with the DDO. I need to get it graded just to kind of show that it's real, you know, so if you go to sell it or something, I'm not planning on selling it, but I know I'm not the best at grading, but even if it was like a 40, I think it's still like $250 or something. If it's like a high AU or something, it's like 400, and if it gets into MS, it's like in the 500s and 600s. My problem is I don't want to get a membership just to be able to send it in. Maybe I can send it to someone, have them send it in, and then have them send it back to me. But then does that defeat the purpose of not getting a membership? Because then you're going to be paying the postage to send it and then get it sent back, plus the sending it in and everything. And you could go with one of the lesser companies like Annex or something, but for something like that, I would go PCGS. NGC is not bad, but if it's going to be something that's worth a few $100s like that, like I said, even in a 40, I think it's like $250. This one's going to be a 64, and we all got to do maths. Well, I know that Chris, you were 1 year off. It's a 47. Don't know if there was a 47, but I know Chris had a 48. Let me get this on the board first. $47. Got 48 with Chris, I think is the closest. See, there you go. Well, you were off by a year, but you still won. You get your name on the wheel. And if you're here at the end, everybody has a chance to be on the wheel just by typing wheel when it's time. I do throw those in, but they're usually like Canadians or something. I got BH's 500 sub giveaway, and that was cool. I filmed it. I've got to cut literally 1 second to be 3 minutes. It's 3 minutes and 1 second. So I've literally got to go in and cut 1 second off so I can post it as a short. And I filmed it vertical so I could post it as a short. So then I can do a mail call shout out, but yep. Shorts are 3 minutes or less. Mine is 3 minutes and 1 second. Butt hooks. But I was going to do it as a short, do a shout out for him and the other ones that gave to his other giveaways. And I did test it, and it does glow in the dark. 287s right next to each other. Remember the old 15-second things? Now it's like minutes or two. Yeah, it used to be under 30, or had to be like 30 seconds. And then they changed it, and now it's a 3 minutes or less. Nine rolls. Are we going to find a V-nickel? It's one of those things that's like great when you find a war, or great when you find a buffalo, but then when you find one of each, then it's like, ooh. Got a wide range of guesses in there. The nice thing with me is you can go either way, up or down. So like, say it was a 58 and someone put a 57 in and someone else put a 59, they both win. Unless someone had a 58. Like on that, was it last one? One before that? Something. All I know we got a few people. 54. I saw at least 2 people had 54. Captain Vic was 1. Let's see, Jolly Roger. I remember seeing that one. And I think it was Captain Vic and anybody else. Or name me also? Okay. That's why I appreciate your guys' help. Because I'm just glancing at them at a quick glance. Not taking my time to scrutinize it. Yeah, I don't envy that. Like I said, luckily my credit union has a coin machine, and just wanted to share exciting news because I know some of you. Whatnot chose my TikTok ad video for their commercials. You'll be seeing my ugly mug soon. Hey, congratulations. Some people are lousy when it comes to common sense. We're still lagging at that 36 likes, and we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is 7 rolls left with the one I just opened. Unfortunately, common sense is not too common anymore. It's because everybody gets participation trophies. You're alive, you get a trophy. We had a 2007 and a 2008. I was hoping we'd have a 2009, but no. Yeah. I used to put up more than just the ones I'd find, and the problem was like the one night I would put it up and I'd flip it and it would be a 64. Because I would put it up before I looked at the date. And like 90% of them that night were 1964s. Ooh. Got a lot of good guesses. Let's see, for the oldest coin, what was that, a 37? Just seeing if anybody had it. Oh, Gatita had a 37 exactly. Right now, that's the only one. The other night when we had those dateless buffaloes, it was like anybody that was in those years got it. All right, finish getting your guesses, and then I'll flip it. I searched half of that roll. Hey, David Rubin, welcome. This one here has no mint mark, unfortunately, because it is a 39. And if you don't believe me, sometimes they look like a 5 or something, but no, you can tell that's a 39. So we found our first from the 30s. Well, non-buffalo. And people are saying crafty. Congratulations. Okay, we'll give you a second chance. There you go. I'll feel sorry for you and let you guess another one. I know. I'm crazy. I will give you a hint. It is not a buffalo. In case if you were thinking about choosing one of those, it is not a buffalo. Was it 59 last one? Last one was a 39, a 39. That's why I threw it under the scope, because sometimes those 3s and the 5s look similar. I've gotten to where I can tell them apart without it, but there was times I was like, yeah, whatever, and then I went to look at it later. I'm like, wait a minute, that's a 39. But it was a 39 filly, so it was not one of the key dates. These last few rolls have had quite a few 64 Denvers. Alrighty, finish your guesses. I do that a lot with 23 and 24. Yeah. See, this one is a 59. 59. So, I give you a second chance. If you didn't guess 39, you could have guessed 59. Anybody have 59? We had Brian with 58, Gatita with 58, Mark with a 58. Brian R, Gatita, Mark S. Yeah, some nights can be like that. Sometimes there's Chris had a 48. Yeah, that was a little farther off. Thanks, Jim. We will see you. Thanks for donating membership and being a member and everything. You don't get to be green because you've already become blue. So on the progression, it goes a Jefferson nickel for memberships, Jefferson nickel, and then it goes to War nickel, and then it goes to Buffalo nickel, and it goes to V nickel, and then it goes to a Shield nickel, then it goes to a half dime. If you don't want to be right, just pick what you don't pick. Two rolls left. Then we'll do the end of stream part, since that's the normal thing I do, is ending the nickel part stream. And then after that, we'll open some half dollars. So for those that want to stick around, you're welcome to. For those that don't want to stick around, you're not welcome to. Hey, Holders Pest Control Wildlife. If you haven't subscribed, you can do that and get immediate points to be able to play games. Otherwise, once you're in the chat for about 5 minutes, the system allows you to start accumulating points. Hey, JC, became a supporter. Thank you. Just found a 1950D silver quarter. Nice. Very nice, Jolly. Are your dimes still doing good? They haven't offered me dimes, and I haven't asked for dimes. Yeah, all the years I've been hunting, I finally found my first silver quarter in a box. And then no. Got banned from your dump bank. Must not have liked you dumping all the coins there, I guess. Like I said, mine's a credit union, and they don't care if I use it because it's not their machine. If you deposit directly to your account, it doesn't cost you, if you're a member. Alright, let's go with the camera, or scope. 63 Philly, look for triple die reverse, which I'm not seeing. Yeah, I finally found my first silver quarter, and then the next box, and that was a 64. The second box, like the next one right after that, I found a 1944. This is the ones where I like to get a little bit closer on them. And then the last box, I only found a NIFC and a W. And these ones are the 64 Denvers. I'm looking for a D over D. I have found a few. I found one for myself, and I found one for a subscriber. Then I found one that was a possible. And if it's one that it's like, it could be, I'm not sure, I'd have to take extreme looks at it. I send it. I figure, let you do some homework. If it's not obvious. It was totally rigged. I need to make some like sound effects and stuff so that people can redeem and then and those are all your commands. Well, nothing there. We had a 59, 54, a 58, a 55, a 59, and a 53. So we got 6, and this beauty. And that's the 52. Hey, awesome, Jimmy. So 52, 3, 4, 5, 8, and 9s. 40s, we got a 47, a 47, and a 40. So 3 there, yep. We got our 39, not the keyed 8. We've got our 44 war nickel, a P. We got our oldest of the box, that's a 37 buffalo. Still good details on part of the horn, part of the tail. It's got 4 legs. And your 2024 Denver. Gatita gets the oldest guess. Yes, you do. So let's get you on the board. Or the wheel. And I'll go through some of the rounds for your 25 like. But you got a beautiful 52, even though it's just a 52. It's still good. 24, a great 37, and a war nickel. And then the 30s, the 40s, and 50s. So that's 3, 6, 13, and 14. I forgot to write that on there before I put them in. Dang it. So we had a buffalo. We had a war. We had 30s, 40s, 50s, and a 24. Not too bad. William said that the next hunt, he just wanted the round, but donate the finds to someone. So Monday we will do that. And Holder's Pest Control, if you're still here, I'm going to get you some points. So you can gamble. All right. You know what to do. Type in wheel if you want on the wheel. So far, I believe I've got Jolly, William, Chris, KJ, Otis, Vic, Crafty, Lyle, Jimmy, Gatita, Scott, my brother, JVMC, New Marshall, BH, JC, Garrett C, Bellows, Brian R, Silverman, BH, Renee. Anybody else? Did I miss anybody? Hey, David, welcome. Michael R. And my drink of the night was Dr. Pepper Cherry Zero. We had Jim Thompson get that exactly right. All right, we've come to the regular part of the stream. So exclamation GAW get you in on the end of stream giveaway. Gatita is not eligible on that one. But we have 65 names. We're going to shuffle it. And when my thing gets up right front, back there, Captain Vic. And while we're doing all that, I'll show some of those rounds. Let's see, 65 names. And you must have been on there a few times. Huh. Usually it has remove all. But it only took one off. Doesn't say, because I know you were on there a few extra times. Guess not. Cool. I am out of the colorized eagles. I have sold all of those. But I will go through the list of what or extras of what I have. As normal, you know I've got these. I know that I am missing no more of 10, 23, 28, and 29 I am out of. No, not 29, 30, sorry. 10, 23, 28, and 30. I think. No, 29. I don't know. We'll find out. If it's one that you want, then I'll double check. So for ones that I have, use Indian. I've got a few different Indians, and I'm not familiar with which ones are which, but I've got a 1907. I've got this one. I've got the same thing, but with 1911 on it. Going to resume interest. So which one was it? The 1907 one, the 1911 one, or the dateless one? 1911? Okay. There you go. Alright, and then for the other ones, Gatita, if you're still here, and then the giveaway end of stream. The other ones that I have one colorized Bitcoin left. I've got a Fear the Jackalope, mythical creature from where I grew up. I've got an Air Force, Aim High, Fly, Fight, Win, with an eagle on the back. I got America, One Nation Under God. Kind of a toned one, USS Constitution, Old Ironsides. One left of the Abominable Snowman. COVID-19 Survivor 2020 Pandemic. Got a few of those. I've got Lincoln with Wheats on the front, just the mint on the back. Got a 1939 seated. Got an 1836 seated. Got a buffalo front with the mint on the back. I have an Indian head front with the mint on the back. And I also have a buffalo and Indian on the same one. Mocking Liberty. The regular buffalo round. A Merc Dime front. Got that 1907 Indian. I have the dateless Indian. I have another 1911 Indian. A few of those. Of both. I do have a peace dollar. I have a non-dated seated. And then I have, of course, all my non-colorized Bitcoins. Same as the color, just no color. And also Indian head cent. So those are your choices. Alright, let's go over here. Got 23 people in. If you want to get in, it's exclamation GAW, and it will get you in. Give you a colorized Bitcoin. Okay. And so give you enough time to get in the giveaway while I get Gatita's colorized Bitcoin. You are very welcome. And Katita was nice enough to tell me that I had sent a round that I meant to send to someone else. I was like, oh, I know whose that was. And it was Crafty's. So thank you for letting me know. All right. Looks like everybody's gotten in, so we'll close entries. And we'll pick a winner. Not our nose. JC. Congratulations. Oh, sweet. Thank you. Appreciate that. If there's any you want me to look at again, let me know. Like I said, I can send you this. I know I'm out of a few of them. Not all of them, like 3 or 4. So, I have not. I was going to ask you if you wanted me to send it yet, or wait until later. I can't remember. Did you get another hunt? I can't remember. No, it was BH that got a hunt. So yeah, I was thinking I had all your stuff. So if you're good with having me send it, I will get that in the mail and packaged up and everything. VMC had 2 packs because there was 36 in total. They did not fit in one with all the fines. How much in Super Chat for number 17? Let's make sure we have it. The Colt 45. See, they take 70 or 30%. So, oops. $5 would cover it after take their fee. It's $3.50, so it'd be that with shipping and everything, just a little extra on it. Well, yours wouldn't even cost anything extra, so let me see if you can do a $4 one. That would cover it because I'm already including a package, so you won't have to worry about shipping. I think you can put the amount that you want. Alrighty. go ahead and sand. All right. And it is the Colt 45. It's just the sticker was on top of it. So there you go. I'll put that with all this stuff. See, I've got number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm out of 10. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. I'm out of 17. So I'm going to write this down. So I'm out of 10. I'm out of 17. I got 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. I'm out of 23 and 24. 25, 6, 7. I'm out of 28, 29, and 30. 31, 32, 33. I'm out of more than I thought. I've really got to get that updated. And I've got 18s there, so that's not a big deal. So 10, 17, 23, 24, 28, 29, and 30 are all gone. Cool. Well, for those that want to still stick around, you're welcome to. And again, this is the license plate I'm going to put on my front car because Utah only requires one plate now. So I had that made up. Otherwise, I was going to take the bracket off. Get back here. Let's see if I can do this without making a super mess. This is the one that I dropped. The only thing holding it together is this spot right here. I didn't even drop it. It was in the back. I was labeling them because I always put the dates on these, the ones that I open for myself. And, whoops. And, maybe it was a gust of wind, who knows, but it all of a sudden just went flying out the back of my car and onto the ground, and I heard a clink. And one of them busted open and rolled across the, not across the parking lot, but under my car. So then I had to drive a cancer crab for your bird. I do not have any of those. I only had a few a while ago, but I haven't gotten any more of those. Cancer is my one. I'm a June 24th baby. And then this was the one that popped open. So let's switch that one, put that there. And I haven't looked at any ends because I just picked them up off the ground and wasn't paying attention to what was actually in there. So move a few of these back here. That way it gives me a little room to hunt. See, that one almost split open too. Same with that one. Same with that one. There, that should work. But if I find one, I will definitely hold it for you. Also going to keep out all 74 Denvers, 73s, all those. I did send a cancer, so a Colt 45 will do me too. That was the last one that I had. We'll see if we can find any silver. I don't find tons of silver, but I do find a ton of crapload of Nipsies, which I am going through. I've been pulling them out. Like, for example, AG wants me to go through some of them. I've got literal bags of Nipsies, so if you need any, let me know. I'll probably turn most of them back in, but there was a few that wanted me to save some out. $70.70, $72, $72 has a DDO. 72D has the missing no FG. Yeah, they're all like the 2025s. I've been selling, so I do have 4 boxes of 2025 halves. So if you do want one, let me know. We can bypass eBay and make you a deal, because they take 13%, 13 and a quarter on eBay. But from what I've read, 2025s are considered Nipsey. But yeah, if you want any, I've got a lot. Because I average about 18 Nifsies per box. There are a few that I still need to complete another set because I want to build a... I have a set that I had made, but then I decided I'm going to make one for each of my kids. And there's a handful I still need for both of those. Do I have any mercury dimes? Yes, I do. I got mercury dimes. I've got a handful of standing liberty quarters. I've got lots of Barber $50, Walkers, Benjis, Kennedys, I don't have like hundreds, but I do have some. (2018) Nifsy. That'll go in my 18 bag. (73) Denver. I look for the DDO on that. (72) Look for no FGs. I can see them with my naked eye. They should be wearing clothes, but my eyes don't like that. Most people don't want their eyes to have that, but but I can see the no FG. There was one box that I did that I opened. It had a 72 no FG and two 82 or 80. I can't remember. Is it 82D no FG? But there was 3 in one box. Another 2018. I only have 3 Barber $50 left to complete the entire collection in a G4 or better. I've got about a 2.5 extra of those. So if you're looking for any Barbers, let me know. How about number 8? Let me look. And number 8 is Don't Tread on Me with the snake on the one side. It doesn't want to focus. And the bell that says Liberty or Death on the other. Got that one. I've got that. That's the last one, I believe, of that. Nope, I've got one more after that too, so. Okay. There you go. I'll try to get these in the mail tomorrow. And it'll show me what levels everybody was, but if you were the searcher, the middle level, you do get one of my vinyl stickers. And if you're the hunter level, the highest level, you also get one of my DHC magnets. So you get both at the hunter. So I'll go through and see if I need to send anybody any of those. For those that became members tonight, thank you. Looks like we had 12 people do membership. I know we already had 3 before the stream started. Like I said, all that goes back into stream, basically covers my shipping. I'm just setting some of these off to the side, and we'll go through them at the end and look for DDOs. All that stuff. As usual, my kids will be calling here somewhere, I'm guessing in about half an hour area. So when they do, don't worry, it's only on mute. I think everybody in here knows that, but in case if there's any new people and wondering why there's no sound, that's why. Gotta make sure I have my phone over here yet. There we go. I haven't had a night without 50 likes for a long time. I will have to take a look and watch it. It's one of those things that usually I get to watch stuff at night because, you know, during the day I'm at work, and then on the nights that I stream, don't have time to watch anything until after the streams, and usually I'm still getting my mailing and everything done. So it's not usually until later or even the next day. I've got a few packages to send out. 74 had bought some rounds, have me send them to B. Waller, and he bought some stuff for himself. And then I have VMCs. I've got all the giveaway from Monday and tonight. So I'm just kind of testing it out and seeing how doing it once a week instead of twice a week for sending stuff works out. I don't know if I will keep it that way, just because. Hey, Maple Leaf, welcome. It's one of those that it saves on shipping, but then the problem is it takes forever to do everything at once. You know, if you have the 25, a 50, an end of stream, and a wheel, that's 4. And if that's 2 of them, then that's 8 per night, plus the packages I'll have to send out. And since I over-package my envelopes, which I know some people get annoyed at that, but haven't had any stolen or anything since then. And you can always cut the side open, because on the card, obviously, it's taped on there, but the sides are where you could slice it straight open. Better go before I let the cat out of the bag. Well, if you're taking off, I appreciate all you do. BMC is great mod and supporter. Member. Yeah, no problem. I think we have a painted or a plated. So it doesn't really come through, but it's got golden edge. So let's see. Thinking it's just mostly worn down, but miscellaneous. Gold plated, gold painted, plated, one of them. It's always kind of fun to find those. My 2024 Denvers, I think I haven't had any luck at all on eBay like my 2025s have. So I think I'm just going to open them and dump them back in the bank. Yeah, it wasn't a ton of finds, but there was a decent 37 Buffalo, a War Nickel, a 39 non-key, and then 40s, 50s, and a 24. And it's one of those that was from the same pickup as Mondays, so that's why you never know what you're going to get. If it's the same pickup, but some boxes are great and some aren't. And I'm never expecting, hey, Fleabag. Yeah, so the box on Monday was great. It was VMCs. And then, at least tonight it wasn't too bad with, finding a Buffalo in a war, and just wasn't a ton of finds, but some good quality finds. Sometimes I'd rather have a handful of quality than a ton that doesn't need anything. Nice. That's the nicest one I have, is a 38 Denver MS66. And in person, that toning is almost like a copperish looking hue. It's like way amazing. So it's one of those that, depending on what it is, it can be worth some decent money. Yeah, in my boxes, I'm never expecting silver, just because I don't find a ton of silvers. Find a crap load of nesties. But it always blows me away when people will hunt a box, like Rob and stuff, and they'll find, 0, 2, 3 nifsies. It's like, why do I find an average of 18 per box? Yeah. Well, part monetization. I can do the actual monetization, like from watch ads and stuff. Doesn't come for another 1,000 hours, but I'll actually probably be about 800 after tonight. But still, doing the memberships and stuff is great to get to. Right now I'm just doing 3 levels of memberships. And I guess if you're using an iPhone, it charges you more. Because quite a few people were saying that there wasn't a 99-cent level, it was $1.49. I'm like, not according to my thing. And everything was like 50 cents more, so it's an Apple thing. I know on Super Chats and stuff, usually like if it ended in $4.99 or whatever, it was... Hey! Hi! Yes. I've had another 2018, finally. I don't know if Jonathan's still in here, but he popped in. And Sarah is my mom. Hoping I can find some good stuff, but we'll see. I did pick up 4 boxes of 2025s again, so we'll see if we can sell those. Now we just need Matt or Rachel, and we'll have a whole family reunion. Yeah, the last 5 boxes of 2025 Denvers I've sold on eBay, and the last few pickups have just been regular, like these. But then yesterday there was 4 boxes of all brand new. I figure if I can sell them, do it. Another 2018. We're up to 4 Nifsies now. Kind of a slow box for Nifsies. Yeah, I think one of the reasons the 25s sell better, I haven't sold any of my 24s, so I think I'm just going to dump them back in the bank, but unless someone wants any. And then we can bypass eBay and I don't have to pay all the fees. But 25s are considered NIFCs. there's like 18 million minted, whereas usually there's a couple million. So it's not like it's low, or they just, oh, 2005. First non-18 Nipsey. Yeah, I would love to find some of the new like 26s. You could probably make a ton of money on those. Like I said, I tried the 24 Denvers, but no one, I mean, sometimes they sell. It's just, I think they're old enough now that people just don't want them. And that's the one problem, is if you sell them on eBay, you have to put them up at a high enough price to be able to cover theirs. You know, you can't sell them for just a regular amount because they take 13.25%. Another 2018. Yeah. I've never really been one that's interested in getting like those type of things, like special ones from the mint and stuff. I like the like searching and finding them, and because there's tons of 25s. I mean, I've already found 3 in this roll. I have a big jug of it. And actually, that's what I actually use when I wash my hands. Yeah, I don't usually do too many of any of those, but sometimes like those Wyoming ones, you know, I was born and raised there and liked it, and so I did pick up those ones. Got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13 rolls left. Then we'll have some microscoping to do. Yeah, I buy the big gallon jug of Dawn Platinum, and It's actually what I use to wash my hands because it cuts through the stuff better. Oh, so it's actually Vince, not Mom. But you're just using Mom's account. You tricked me. $2004. As I say, here in a few minutes, my kids will be calling, so again, if I'm on mute, that is why. In fact, make sure I have, yep. I like to have my microphone access so I can just click it instead of have to go and find it and everything. There tonight, at least the last part of it. They watched some of my videos and things, and they turned it on and play it and let it run and that sort of thing. Yeah, my 2025s are all still in the box, unopened. I haven't even opened the top of them. So the box itself is still completely sealed, except for one of them in the end broke open when they were handling it. But 2018. Yeah, like I said, my brother was in here earlier. I don't think he still is, but he was in here. My parents are in here. Yeah, on the 2024s, I've even offered selling them like single roll or, 5-pack type thing. No one's even bothered looking at them, so that's why it's like, it's been a month. There's been absolutely no hits. That's the first time I think I've actually seen them come in. But now they're a mod. My mom that has coins, but I've never been like a big collector. I've always been more into currency, and then I got into coins more after my divorce. And my older brother used to do some coins when he was younger. But no, they don't really do any searching or collecting or anything. They have some stuff, but it's like things that were handed down. And hey, Glass, welcome. Just kind of going through some $50. A box had busted open on me, and I figure while I'm waiting for my kids to call, I'll hunt some coins. So we finished our live stream. It wasn't as long as normal because there wasn't a ton of finds. Yeah. I think my son probably likes coins more than my daughter. She likes the leafies. Angie's been searching nickels usually before he goes to work, a few rolls, and he just did a 250 sub giveaway. It's funny because I sent him some stuff to give away, and now he's sending it to me to send to the winner. It didn't cost me any extra because I was already sending him the package. So.
Your son is attempting to reach you on your cellular device. Your son is attempting to reach you on your cellular device.
Hello. So those rolls are done. Got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 2018s and then a 2004, 2, and a 5. So 11 Nifsies. Not the greatest. But now we can search the scope. Those Seahawks are ready for homemade jalapeno poppers. Yes. I figure I will do those Saturday during the day. Come up just a little bit. That's a little too close. Since when I'm on call, now I'm not on call during the day. Yeah, that's like the pennies. I had a box of pennies, so I kept that when they told me I wasn't able to get any more. I kept the box for them. They've been slowly going through it. Well, I doubt they'd make them there in time. Oh, and the gold painted one. So when I make them for myself, I make them a little more spicier. And what I normally do is I cut like the large jalapenos. I like the large ones better. I'll cut them in half and just take the seeds out. And then the filling, I use cream cheese, some shredded cheese. I usually dice up some mushroom, salt and pepper, and chipotle powder, and all kinds of spices, onion, garlic, Worcestershire, all that. And then I usually, like if I'm making it for myself, I usually dice up a couple serranos and put that in with the filling, because jalapeno poppers to me are just never hot. And then I stuff them in the thing and wrap it in bacon and then air fry them. So when I make them for the Super Bowl Sunday, not putting the extra serranos or the chipotle in it. Whereas, like I said, if it's for me, I make them extra spicy, but that's because can't ever find them. Like if you buy them in a grocery store or even a bar food type thing, to me they are just bland. It's like there's no flavor. But I'm also one of those that I buy chipotle powder by the pound bag. I actually found one that was a decent spice to the chipotle powder, because a lot of chipotle powders to me are just, they're not spice. It's like it has flavor, but it's not any spice to it. So I found one that actually has a little spice, and I buy it by the pound bag. I'm also one of those that makes hot sauce I had this hot sauce I made was ghost pepper and habanero. My mom grew them, and then I took them and I roasted them in the oven, and then took out all the stems and seeds and put onion and tomato, some garlic, apple cider vinegar, simmered it for a while, and then I blended it up, put it back in the pan, strained all the seeds and stuff out, put it back in the pan, let it simmer a little while longer, and then strained it, and then it's a little spicy. It's good. I can't remember the name of it. I'd have to go look, but I have a couple of the containers that you would get normally. I kept those, and then I just fill those containers with from the big bag, and then one of those big shakers that you get that's like from Sam's Club or whatever, those big bottles. I put the remainder of that in there. I also bought one of the hottest sauces I've ever found. Again, I love chipotle flavor, but it's never spicy. Like, even chipotle sauce is never spicy to me. So I searched and searched and searched, and I found what is claimed to be the world's hottest chipotle sauce. And it's ghost pepper, habanero pepper, serrano pepper, jalapeno pepper, ghost pepper extract, serrano or habanero extract, and just plain hot pepper extract. And it's got the flavor of chipotle, hotter than hell, but you can at least taste your food even though your mouth is on fire. So just gold painted. To me, it looks like paint, not plated. But you can still taste your food even though it's hotter than crap. Yeah. The new one, Pepper X, is what the newest one the guy made. The guy that had the Reaper or whatever has made a new one. It took him like 10 years to do it. But it's called Pepper X. And it is the world's hottest now. And it's like 2.5 million Scoville for the pepper. It's crazy. So 11 Nifsies and miscellaneous. Yeah. His name is Ed something. I believe it's Ed. But he is the one that kind of crossbred and stuff and came up with the Carolina Reaper, I believe it was. And then he did it again with the Pepper X. And the problem was the last time he didn't, I think it was something like he didn't trademark the name or something. So a lot of people were like, oh, I got Carolina Reaper or whatever. Well, he's trademarked it so people can't use Pepper X unless they get it from him. So, and he's the one that has them. So, so yeah, I like hot. I probably have 8 different hot sauces on my counter. A lot of people like Tapatio. I don't like Tapatio. I prefer Valentina, and I prefer the black bottle over the regular bottle. Black bottle is a hotter one. I have Tabasco Chipotle. I have Cholula Chipotle. I have Cholula lime, the garlic one or whatever. I have the Triple X. That's that hottest Serrano, or hottest Chipotle. That's 2.5 million Scoville. I make my own. Yeah, you name it. I've got a bunch of them. And a lot of people, they say after they have gallbladder out, they can't eat spicy food. And I'm complete opposite. I liked spicy before, but after I had my gallbladder out, I found I can actually eat hotter food. My thing is I don't want hot just to have it burn. I want hot so I can still have flavor. That's why I love this stuff that I found. But yes, I'm kind of crazy. That's like, I do know people that put ketchup like on their tacos because to them ketchup is spicy. And it's like, oh man. It's like, how can you think ketchup is spicy? But then like on cinnamon bears, there's a few that I found that actually, like you put in, you're like, ooh, nice. Because a lot of them are just sweet. And these must have extra cinnamon extract or whatever in them. So, anyway. No, never ketchup. But yeah, I know people that put ketchup on tacos. So for the searcher level, I'll send you a sticker if you've gotten a searcher. And if you've gotten the hunter level, I'll also send a magnet with it. So the hunter gets both, the searcher gets the sticker. So there you go. Now I've got a bunch of stuff to send out and updating everything, so that's about it. Thanks for hanging out and for all the new members. 12 of you since the stream started. No rabbit food. So there you go. And a lot of them I need to take off my thing. I keep needing to do it, but I just haven't had time. Excuse me. And I appreciate everybody. I will see you on Monday. It was going to be for William E., but he wants the... Those aren't nickels. No, they are not. Thanks, Garrett. Yeah, I finished up the stream and then hunted a box of halves that busted open. So this box was light. It only had 11 nifsies. I average 18, so I guess the next box I'll have to have like 30. My bank won't take $half back anymore. Hey, you got a new subscriber. Thank you. Stream's about over, but I will get you some points so that you can gamble and stuff. There you go. You got some points. $140 and 5 DDOs. Wow. Yeah, luckily my credit union is where I dump them, and they have a coin machine, and they don't care if I use it because it is not theirs. It's actually a Coinstar, but it's not the big green branded. It's just gray, and that's it. And then they charge if you're not a credit union member or a business. So because I'm a regular credit union member, I can just swipe my debit card and it deposits directly to my account for no charges. So my bank doesn't care. I posted a post on a members only for now of what my bank got for me. Well, asked of me, and I bought it from them. So that's on there. But yeah, I have one bank that got me 4 boxes of halves, and the other bank got me 4 boxes of halves, and the credit union got 4 boxes of halves. The one from the bank, they were all 2025 Denvers, so I'm going to try to sell those again on eBay because I sold the last 5 boxes. And then the credit union, all of theirs were circulated, so I was like, yeah, okay. And then I picked up 4 boxes of nickels, which puts me enough to do everybody that's paid up for hunts, and I'm booked all the way out through the 19th right now. It's like the next 3 weeks, and then I have enough for after that. How do I know that they are 2025s? One is they're all brand new. There's no like looking through the bottom of the holes, they're all brand new. The ones that are in there are 2025, and that you can see like dates and stuff. And what you can actually do is I keep them sealed, but at the very top I just fold that one piece out, and you can pull from the ends, and all of them you pull out are 2025s. And so then I, put the rolls back. I take a picture of a couple of rolls and put them back in the thing so the box isn't opened. The one has the whole side kind of torn. I'm gone for sure next 2 Saturdays if you are working slots available. Go. Hey, you're going down to Mexico. Yeah, I don't know if you knew, but my call has been changed. So now when I'm due call, it's only Friday night from midnight until Saturday morning at 7, and then Saturday night at 9 p.m. until Sunday morning at 7. So the days are basically mostly off. So yeah, it doesn't even like rip the box open. All it is I just unflap. I just put my finger in and unflap the side, and then I can see it. And see ya, Pa. Thanks for stopping in and all your support. That I know it's tough, so if I ever be able to do anything for you, let me know. Yeah, I got to take my sleeping pills and stuff, but I found a different one. It's I'm using Qvivic. It's another one that's similar is Dayvigo or Balsamra. And I found that if I take that, it doesn't work. If I take sleeping pills, it doesn't work. I found if I combine them together, I actually get sleepy in about an hour and a half. It starts kicking in. So, don't know if you've tried any of those. They're expensive, but I use GoodRx and get mine for $135 instead of $600. So, anyway. But yeah, I don't rip the side open. The one that is ripped open, the side, like when they picked them up, it tore the side open. I let people know that it's still sealed. It's just the side got ripped. But yeah, the way I open them up to look at them, it doesn't even rip the box at all. So, and the ones that are 2024s, like I said, you can see through the tried Balsamra, didn't work. Ambien and mine. Yeah, I've tried the Ambien Lunesta. I can take 2 of those. Doesn't do a thing. Like I said, I tried Qvivic because Balsamra is not covered. None of them are covered, but the GoodRx discount card thing, like at Walmart and Walgreens and stuff, is $135 for Qvivic. And that wasn't working, so I found if I combine the Ambien or Lunesta, whichever one, with one of the Qvivic, then they actually help. So that's kind of amazing. Well, hopefully you can get some sleep and get some rest and get your foot healing up and everything else. So there you go. Time for me to sign off also and say goodnight. Thank you for all the members. I want to try Alteril over the counter. Works for 90 days for me. Huh. I'll just check it out. I don't know if I've ever even heard of it, unless I know it under something else. But I've tried like Benadryls and the other one that's that can make you sleepy, but it's not diphenhydramine. It's the whatever the other one is. And sometimes I mix that in with it and it doesn't really do much, but yeah, anyway. There you go. We'll see you. Thanks, and have a good night. And I've always missed where the button is to end the stream, and then there it is. I finally find it. So, there you go. Okay. See you Monday.